View Legal's history is very much like the rest of the legal industry, part of a really large organisation for about 100 years combined. Rolled out in 2014, about the same stage as NowInfinity was established, to really become a disruptor in the entire legal industry, flip the entire model on its head effectively. We've basically taken the traditional law firm model and put a mirror up against it. So we do not have any physical office space. We only provide services on a guaranteed upfront pricing arrangement, so there's no timesheets. Everything's a results-only work environment across the entire organisation. And the biggest thing is probably our use and embracing of technology to be able to deliver that legal piece. It's actually been a bit overwhelming almost on some levels in terms of just how dramatic the change is compared to a traditional legal piece. In saying that, extraordinarily exciting. We're seeing almost on a daily basis the value that we're able to deliver back into parts of the community that just were never getting access to proper legal advice because of the way in which a traditional model operates. And it's a triple play, but we quite often get compared to things like Uber or Airbnb or whatever it might be, Facebook in the media and entertainment industry. We're basically able to decompress and unbreak all of the traditional things that have actually made the process really, really hard. So using technology as an enabler, we're able to give equal quality, in many instances actually better quality outcome, far, far quicker and at a much better price point that's ever been available before. We've effectively been able to take one of the best, and these are other people's words, not mine, one of the best legal platforms around in this space and put that into the NowInfinity platform, which is one of the best IT platforms around. And basically it's a true merger. So we've taken the best of breed in terms of the legal piece, the best of breed in terms of the IT piece, and swapped it. It is super exciting. It's absolutely, there's no rule book that we're working off because we're making this up as we go, but doing it in a way where we've both got a heritage and we've actually got runs on the board, as it were, in terms of where we've delivered to date. This is really trying to shake up both of our industries in terms of the traditional advisor market, not particularly having access to that high-end legal solution, but then also the way in which the high-end legal solutions have been traditionally provided is that it's all on an hourly rate. So we've just completely abolished that entire platform and everything's upfront guaranteed pricing, and in many instances available on a subscription basis as well. Because of the skills that we've been able to build out of the traditional legal model, by flipping that around and saying, well, we're going to democratise this, actually make it available to everyone and have that free review process available to the advisor network, it basically shifts the entire conversation. One of the really interesting things, if you actually look at a macro level at the legal industry, it's very, very silo-based. It's all about protecting IP and all about actually basically maintaining a monopoly position within the industry itself. The really exciting thing, I think, or one of the really exciting things about the NowInfinity View merger is that it's actually available to any lawyer. So to be able to leverage the quality of the legal solution plus that IT piece and actually make it available to other lawyers it's game-changing, just unavailable elsewhere. The reality is, if you look at all of the leading industry associations, whether it be the Tax Institute, Weekly Tax Bulletin, whatever it might be, there is no other firm in the country that has had as many contributions to those sort of publications as we have. And we've now published, I think it's about 1.5 million words of legal technical content across all of the core areas, whether they be trusts, taxation, superannuation, asset protection. And all of that content is available for the advisor network. They're just getting the best of breed legal solution and available, because of that NowInfinity association. We sort of talk internally, and in fact is on the brochures, about the change being here now. And I would say, probably the biggest articulation of that is the ability for the advisor network, accountants and financial advisors in particular, to access lawyers on demand effectively, get the legal sign-off that they need in terms of all the quality documentation. But more than that, they're now able to actually access that legal technical content and then repurpose that back into their advisor situation, into their personal situation, and then leverage that into their client bases as well. And that, if you look across the industry, it's just not available anywhere else in any way, shape or form. I think if you look at the industry as a whole, the reality is that small is now the new big, and the NowInfinity View partnership is just the perfect articulation of that, because what we've been able to do is take all of the really high-end legal solutions, all of the really high-end IT and automation solutions, and make it available for advisors. Even sole practitioners can now get access to the absolute highest and best quality outcome. So what that means, if you look at it from a client's perspective, is that for a great price, using great quality outcomes and solutions, that they're able to get access to that in a really price-effective manner, and whenever they want. So that's a radical change, and it's glib to say it, but the reality is the change is now here because of this solution.